Should I use Earpro in Airsoft?
What?
Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, gamers and non-gamers alike? We're back with another episode for you, episode 37 of the Port City Podcast.
37, dude.
As you can see, we're in a
Different.
And it's going to be that way for a couple weeks. We're working on some stuff. I am moving. So then...
Oh, wait. I thought you were Isaac.
You're right. You know what? Now that you mention it, you're right.
I feel lied to.
No, but we're just kind of transitioning between locations right now, and
Newport
we're
City
not
Airsoft?
entirely sure what the podcast setup is going to look like. But what we are sure of is that you're going to keep getting content.
You are.
So
and there's nothing you can do about it.
Thank you for being here, and I hope it looks all right. You know, the lighting isn't quite the same. Not really my favorite, but we're working on it. So
We're working on it.
Thank you guys for being here with us. Today's episode is all about Earpro and Airsoft. One of the most common searched kind of, I guess strictly like on YouTube. So like one of the biggest YouTube searches in the Airsoft genre right now is Airsoft tactical headset.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that can go into that. You know, I think what we're really trying to focus on is the utility of it. We're not really here to bring you like specific brands or models that we prefer. It's just
should you use it? Does it? What are the benefits? What are the downsides? And yeah. What can you do with it? Right? What it do?
What do it do?
What do it do? Indeed. I mean, I think the biggest thing is it offers you that protection, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the lowers, like unless you're running a dye mask or like a paintball mask or something, a lot of times your ears are exposed unless you have a mask that specifically covers your ears.
Right.
So it's good to have just to protect your ears. I've been hit in the ears by BBs before, and it sucks.
It is not
it's
fun.
really bad.
Yeah, I've never really been hit in the ear by a BB. I think that's mainly due to the fact that, you know, now I run that dye mask, but even previously before that, I was wearing like ESS goggles with the strap kind of right, not on my ears, but, you know, like right above, and then with the straps on my mask kind of going around my ears, and then I'd have my boonie hat kind of tucked down. So I haven't really had to experience that, but I have heard people talk about it. I've seen people, you know, bleeding out of the side of their ear from a BB. It's a soft spot to get hit in.
It sucks. It's a very sensitive, very tender spot. A lot of times, like in self-defense and stuff, they teach you if someone like has you and you can't get away, go for the ears. Like just really mess up their ears. Yeah, people hate that.
Yeah, I would not.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Yeah, so that's one thing. It'll keep you from really taking too bad a hit to the ear.
I think like in that same vein of like keeping your ears protected, right? Because that's like the purpose of Earpro in like a real steel setting is to protect your ears from the sound.
Yeah.
And obviously airsoft blasters are not that loud. Even if you were running an HPA setup with an amplifier and all that and it was loud, it's not even going to come close to. I would say the loudest airsoft blaster I've heard is comparable to a suppressed, like smaller caliber.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
Super loud gas blowback.
Like a super loud gas blowback is like a 22 with a suppressor.
It's like 300 blackout suppressed.
Yeah. It's not really that bad. You know, you can get real steel stuff to be quiet enough to fire without Earpro. You're not really ever going to get airsoft blasters to be loud enough, but there's grenades in Airsoft, and those
Those are loud.
grenades they can be, depending on the brand, but they can be loud. I know, like, Thunder Bees are pretty loud, especially like the EG67s and stuff like that. They
Mhm.
use actual like
Like
charges.
explosives, yeah.
And you remember when we went to Thunderdome, it was like
People were throwing them left and right into small rooms.
tiny, tiny rooms, especially
Yeah.
if you're like CQB scenario. There's a lot of concrete and like sheetrock.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be deafening. I think the worst one for me was I got actually friendly fired with a grenade because I was on like the second this like 2-story building. It was at Fortnite, and I was down on the main floor. There's like a balcony that kind of runs all the way around the inside of the building, so you can go up to the second floor, but the inside's like open to that floor, like there's just a railing.
Yeah.
And I'm like telling someone, hey, they're about to push in the front door. Guy up top drops a grenade, thinking that I'm one of the enemy players, and I was out of it for solid like 10-15 seconds. It was so loud I couldn't hear anything. My ears were ringing.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Was it Thunder Bee?
It was a Thunder Bee, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, but it was like the balcony, and then I'm down here in this little like hallway thing, in the corner.
Yeah.
So it was just like all that noise bouncing off the walls right back at me.
Yeah.
So in that scenario, kind of wish I had Earpro.
Yeah. I bet you do.
It could be rough. Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the loudest experience I've had was at Thunderdome. There's another one, dude.
We did just eat.
And I am drinking
lunch right before recording.
a Dr. Pepper. The doctor is seeing me currently.
Yeah, he's getting you too.
But yes, Thunderdome. There were just so many times when people were like, we would just be in like a dressing room closet in Sears.
Yeah.
And somebody just throws like 3 EG67s into there with me.
Yeah.
I'll get him.
It seems like they just have unlimited
Yeah.
grenades at those mil sims.
Just never ending.
Like dropping hundreds of dollars on boxes.
More than
they
spent on the gear that they brought to the event.
Or their ticket
they're spending
or
on
anything.
Grenades.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think something that's really cool. So it's and it's kind of the way that the Earpro works. A lot of Earpro works is it protects your ears from the loud noises, but then it amplifies the quieter noises. So a lot of the time you get like you're walking down a hallway and you hear somebody else's footsteps, but then they chuck a grenade around the corner and it goes off, and your Earpro just dampens.
Yeah,
it's really interesting because it's they use microphones that are built into the headphones to take in ambient noise, and then when it hits a certain decibel level, it limits it. It puts a hard compressor on it.
Yeah,
and really squashes the sound down so that it doesn't damage your eardrums. But then it also makes it to where you can hear like certain frequency ranges better. So like footsteps, people talking, like gear shuffling, all that stuff just gets a little bit louder.
It's weird how much you can hear.
You hear. I remember the first day I got Earpro, I put them on and turned them all the way up and was just walking around my house wearing them, just like doing stuff.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
And for a long time I didn't want to use Earpro because of the fact that that technology wasn't as readily available. Like for a while it was you had to buy really nice Earpro to get that feature.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays I feel like you can get like a $30 pair off of Amazon.
That's what I got.
Yeah, and it there's certain things to be said about the quality, but for Airsoft you can get a cheap headset and it will still protect your ears. I mean, if the loudest thing out there are those Thunder Bees and EG67 grenades, then you're gonna be fine. I don't run Earpro all the time. I have done it. There's been 1 or 2 times. I think even at Thunderdome there was one time that I popped in my little like in-ear plugs. But I think building Earpro into your kit is probably
The way to go.
the way to go. Like,
Mhm.
don't just throw on a headset. Like, figure out how to
Because I would
get it all sorted out.
route my radio, like we had radios for that. I would have routed my radio through my headset, because there's some that you can. It's compatible. It's got a slot to receive the cable.
Yeah.
But then some of them have even a microphone built in. So that would have been really handy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. There's people that we play with on the weekend that run.
Yeah.
Like comms like
just
that
for like 30 people.
Yeah.
Pickup games.
It is a cheat. They're cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hacks. Real life hacks.
Actual hacks. Walls.
Yeah, you have to do some research to see like what headsets are compatible with what radios. And it's really less about the radio itself. I mean, most radios have the feature to attach a headset. It's mostly just about
the headset
how
itself.
The headset is going to connect. You know, getting the right cables, getting any adapters you need. Like,
right.
But I think outside of those benefits, because it's a very simple piece of equipment, right? It's not something that you're like using for a bunch of different reasons. You're using it to protect your ear, and then you can connect your radio. And that's, other than that, I think it just, looks cool, feels cool, smells cool, is cool. Just cool in general.
It's just cool.
If you want to really step up, I just feel like there's a big jump between simply having like a helmet and then having a full comm system. Just makes your kit look better. Again,
I am terrified that if I have all that on and I turn my head too quickly, I'm just gonna like an 80s action movie where the dude just like walks up and then just smacks a dude in the face and breaks his neck. Like Steven Seagal.
That could definitely happen. I think that's a real possibility.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Dude, I would be so mad if I died to a slap. I'd be furious.
How hard would you have to slap someone in the face to work their neck around?
This feels like how fast would you have to slap a chicken to cook it? This feels like the same type of question.
How hard would you have to slap a chicken in one slap? I feel like the amount of force that you'd have to use to cook a chicken in one slap would destroy the chicken.
Would obliterate the chicken.
There would be no chicken left.
So then the question becomes, how many slaps would it take to cook a chicken?
It's over 3,000. Someone did the math on Reddit.
Yeah. How many slaps would it take to cook a chicken
or maybe
without damaging it?
And are these like...
Yeah, you're just...
How hard is each slap? And it has to be the same force for each slap. Okay, this isn't Airsoft.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if you know how many slaps it takes to get to the center of a chicken, let us know.
Cooked.
I guess we should probably talk about some of the downsides. I don't feel like there's many downsides to running comms, but there's some.
There's some. I mean, it can take, like I said, it can take some getting used to. I wore mine for a day and just walked around the house and, was doing stuff.
Get acclimated.
Yeah. And then for me, I don't like the pressure of like stuff on the sides of my heads being super tight. So that was something I had to get used to. And then just figuring out how to like wear them with my kit. Yeah.
I think having that pressure on the side of your head really makes it tough to stay focused on the field. Like, I don't know. It doesn't sound fun to be like this constant squeezing happening on my head all day.
Yeah.
It's the same thing if I'm editing, if I'm playing games, if I'm like doing homework, if I'm wearing headphones. I don't like my headphones to be tight. My headphones are so loose that if I like turn, they'll fly off. Yeah, I don't keep my headphones on tight at all. And I would want the same thing for Earpro. I'd want them to be loose. So
But you don't want them to be loose because
right,
you're going to be running around.
not loose in the sense of like they would fly off, but I just wouldn't want to feel like that pressure on the
Yeah.
side of my head.
Now, I see a lot of time with the helmet where they have the adapters to it puts it on like rails on the sides of your helmet,
Yeah.
so it's not like a strap that's constantly pushing inward.
Right.
It's just like a piece that like
It's part of the helmet
there you
now.
go. It's on there now.
Yeah.
So that might be nice. That might be the way to go. And then as you turn your
Yeah.
head, the helmet turns with you. And
I think, we see a lot of fast helmets in Airsoft,
Mhm.
and there's a reason for that, and it's because of stuff like that, right? You can throw on Earpro, flashlights, NVGs,
NVGs,
if you're fancy like that.
IR sensors and like deadlights and stuff.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of people, like I was saying, where I had the straps from my lower that went up kind of across my ear. A lot of people's masks are like that, and then if I'm wearing like a paintball mask, like my dye mask, I can't put on Earpro because I have the flaps on the side. So I think you have to be like conscious of what your setup is. How do you make it compatible? Most of the guys that I see who run the Earpro attached to their helmet actually have their mask attached to either their helmet, or I've seen people attach them to the goggles.
Yeah.
So basically, instead of it being this big strap that's running across your ears, it's attached somewhere here or like here. So it's just kind of hanging down. It's not pressed up against your face. It's just kind of dropped in front of your teeth to keep them safe. So think about kind of how you would run the Earpro. Just because you get some doesn't mean that it'll work with your setup. If you're running just a regular lower mesh mask, you're not going to get a great seal on the ear because of those straps.
Yeah. So, and then I think, what did we see the other day? I think Jed Desert Fox had a video about like a new lower that looks like it'd be really cool. It's like, it looks like an N95 mask.
Yeah.
Like the COVID mask.
Yeah.
Where it goes over your ear like that, but then it also has a big Velcro strap that goes on the back. And it has a silicone insert. Was it silicone?
I think it was silicone.
But it was like a hard silicone.
It was some form of like perforated rubber.
Yeah.
So that it would flex, but
so
also allow air through.
The idea is you maintain your cheek weld, and the way that it goes around your ear instead of a strap going over it is you get a full seal with your Earpro. That's what one of the main benefits was, is that because that
and I think that's from a smaller company. I think that's a new product.
It looks really cool.
I mean, it makes sense.
It does make sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah. So I don't know. Other than that, I think, like we said, Earpro can like you can find some of the ones with the built-in microphones for like $30-$40 on Amazon now, but it can get a little expensive, especially when you consider radio, right? So if you don't already have the radio and you want to run comms and you want to run Earpro, you have to get the Earpro, you have to get the radio,
and
then you have to get the microphone, make sure that the headset is compatible with or the headset either has a microphone or can take a microphone. If it doesn't already have one, you have to get the microphone. So there's things that you'd have to do. It's not just getting the headset and then you're
and you
talking to your buds.
You can get Earpro that have built-in mics and all that stuff. Like that's available. I think it is just a matter of like the more convenient, right, and the nicer the setup, the more expensive it's going to be. Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, like the quality isn't. I mean, it's Airsoft, so you don't need like super great.
No.
Again, the ones that I run are just $30-$40 on Amazon. So you don't need super expensive gear to do this. Depending on how you want to use it, if you want to take it a little bit further and really incorporate it into your kit, might take a little bit more money, but
such is life.
Such is life.
Yeah. You feel like there's anything else about? I feel like we kind of covered most of the aspects of running Earpro.
Yeah.
In a sort of general sense. Obviously, you can get into the details about the 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 headset, like the speakers and the mic
Yeah.
and all the different things,
But I think for Airsoft, it really isn't that big of a deal. I don't think you're going to show up to a field with a $300 pair of Earpro and people are going to be like, yo, that's so cool. They're all going to say, you're dumb for running that out here. I'm going to shoot it. And you're going to be upset
and
when it
you
breaks.
will cry.
You will cry.
Yeah, I don't think having the expensive setup, there's like a threshold, right, where you're just spending money. Like you pay, you get your headset, your radio, your mic. But beyond that, if you're just spending the money because you can, you're not getting any form of tactical advantage on the field.
No.
If you can not have your ears hurt from getting shot or from a grenade, and you can hear your surroundings better, and you can communicate with your teammates,
I think you win.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. It doesn't have to be name brand stuff.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I
think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing some shorter episodes right now while we're in this kind of transitioning period. But we thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you being here. Do you want to close out, or do you want me to?
I thank you guys again for watching. We're posting new episodes every Friday. And then we do other videos twice a month. And yeah, so just keep an eye out for those. Best way to do that is to subscribe. Make sure to give us a like as well if you enjoyed this episode. Share it with some friends. Leave a comment down below. I think we asked if anyone knew what the
how many slaps does it take to
fully cook a chicken. Yeah. It's out there.
I've seen it before.
Yeah. I don't want to go look for it. So yeah, leave us a comment, even if it's not that. Just talk to us.
Just let us know what's up.
We're each other's only friends, and we don't have anyone else to talk to. The other people that we play Airsoft with don't talk to us. So
never.
Just on Saturday. So talk to us. That's not true. We have you can also follow us on social media. That is at port_city_airsoft. We post there. Make sure to follow us on that to keep updated with what's going on. And then we are also on Reddit. All of this, by the way, can be found in the description down below.
Down in the description.
As well as the link to our merch store. We have some designs that We
have some designs. We got the samples, and there were a few things we wanted to change.
Yeah, so
we're hoping to release those later, basically just by the end of the year. We're hoping to have those out, so keep an eye out for that. We'll make an announcement as well whenever they're available for purchase. But we got some cool stuff on the way.
So, check that out. That's in the description as well. And yeah, I mean, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday.
Yeah. Go play Airsoft tomorrow.
Go play Airsoft. Tomorrow. Do it.
Listen.
You don't have an excuse.
We all know.
You're not doing anything else.
Oh. And your battle buddy needs you.
Your battle buddy does need you. So go play Airsoft.
Yeah. We should go play Airsoft.
Like right now?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh. All right.